What up, guys? Hope everyone had an awesome weekend. I know I spent mine playing dodgeball, and the rest of the time was really spent compiling all of these awesome FAQs that came in, whether it was through the blog, through the posts. Thank you so much, guys, for the comments and the posts. Or if it was through GetKombucha.com, or just simply through personal emails. So what I did was I compiled all of them, and I thought it'd be more fun to answer them in a video rather than just kind of typing them all out. And they're going to be divided into two categories. Okay, so I'm going to answer all of the questions regarding the tea itself, and then I'm going to answer all the questions regarding the launch itself. So here we go. Okay, so a question came in, how do you pronounce it? So here we go, it's Jiaogulan. G, what is this tea about? Ooh, that's disgusting. Oh no, what is that? Ooh, that's disgusting. Lawn, like mowing something. Okay, you will never forget how to pronounce it now, right? So it's pronounced Jiaogulan, and hope that answers your question, Dixie. Okay, also want to take a moment, guys, before we continue going on. These statements that I'm saying come from my personal experience, my personal opinion, and or based on research done at universities in China. In fact, there's extensive research done on this tea, just not in America. So I just want to have the disclaimer, we have to have it up on the site, that this food, drug has not been evaluated, supplement has not been evaluated by the FDA. This is a supplement, and all of these are based on my personal experience and the research done in China. I do encourage you to do your own research and seek medical advice from a medical doctor. Okay. So moving on, the question was that will the tea keep me up at night? No, it should not. In fact, it should. If you have trouble staying up at night, the tea will actually do the opposite and level out your parasympathetic and your sympathetic nervous system, allowing you to sleep not only easier, but having it, once you do fall asleep, a deeper sleep. Okay, is Jiaogulan addicting? No, it is not. There is no, first off, there's no caffeine found in Jiaogulan, though some people might feel not a stimulating effect, but kind of like their brain is very alert while their body is relaxed, and that is the adaptogenic quality. It kind of balances out the central nervous system without either being stimulating or sedative to the central nervous system. Will Jiaogulan speed up my heart rate? And what about Jiaogulan for an athlete? I'm a bodybuilder, can I use this stuff? Because I think they were selling Jiaogulan on some of these bodybuilding sites, which is pretty cool that bodybuilding sites are not looking past like tons of like whey protein and stuff. Though I'm probably, in my opinion, would say that our product is probably a little better, in my opinion. But I don't know. Maybe there's some awesome bodybuilding site that went to Thailand and also found Mark. So I want to read this because this is coming out from the research. I just want to make sure I have this correct. Jiaogulan will not speed up your heart rate. In fact, athletes who use a heart rate monitor have seen a lower heart rate when taking Jiaogulan during exercise, also at the same workload, than without taking Jiaogulan. Research has shown that after taking Jiaogulan, cardiac output increased mainly through increase in stroke volume, not through increase in heart rate. So what that means is that the heart is actually contracting more powerfully, so it doesn't have to work as hard. Does that make sense? So meaning that the heart is when it contracts, it's getting more out of it rather than like, you know, you ever notice like when you run, when you're out of breath, you have to breathe quicker because you're not taking a deeper breath. So that, you know, all of us could benefit from, but especially athletes that want to have that output without, you know, kind of like overdoing their endurance levels. So long distance runners, really any athlete in any sport probably would do better with keeping that performance up while also keeping that endurance up as well. And you know, really in this day and age, we're all kind of athletes, right? We deal with so much stress in our lives that everyone could probably benefit through a more efficient heart output without speeding up the heart rate. Okay, so this was a recurring question. It was saying about like about the extraction, about the alcohol and stuff. So let me first off by saying that everyone's view on alcohol is different. In our video, and we'll obviously it's revealed more in the video. We did a full, like almost an hour-long video on how to make this extraction, the magic vine tincture formula. and you will be receiving that as well. But I will say this, that Jiaogulan is a little different from other herbs when we use extraction, because most herbs have water-soluble and alcohol-soluble components in them, right? So most herbs use a 50-50 extraction, 50% water, 50% alcohol. And for Jiaogulan, what makes it special is that it's extracted 100% with water. So the alcohol in our formula is used more for a preservative, right? So if we know about kombucha, we want that pH level to be low, so pathogens cannot exist. You ever notice that things like vinegar and alcohol can be kept at room temperature for a very, very long time, right? So, and it's because of that preservative quality, that low pH level. So that means that the alcohol used in our formula is way less than most alcohol found in other tincture and extraction formulas. It also means that you're going to be making this yourself. So we're not shipping you out any alcohol, and obviously obey by your local state laws about using alcohol consumption, especially if you're a minor. And this is in the video, but I figured I'll just throw it out there. When you go to then enjoy your extraction, if you do not wish to have any alcohol or lower that alcohol, already lower because we're not really putting in as much as we would, extracting other herbs, you simply do this. And I'm happy to share this with you now, but just know this is just one nugget that's shared in our video. And so when you go to enjoy the extraction, make a tea, make a hot tea, or just simply have hot water. Add the extraction tincture into the water, and the heat of the water, the vapors. You ever look at hot water, right? You see the vapor, the steam. The steam will actually start to cook off the alcohol. And because the alcohol and the water already extracted, in our case just the water, extracted the components in the Jiaogulan, that alcohol can burn away, leaving the alcohol behind and remaining all the good stuff in the Jiaogulan extract. Okay, this was a very, very good question. It came in via email. Nancy, thank you very much for raising this question. Dave, on April 15th at 11 in the morning Eastern Standard Time, let's say I go to order right when you sell out, what happens? Great question, and this is what happens. The day of the launch, we've done this. This is now our third time of launching something, so we have pretty good experience doing this stuff. The day of the launch, everyone's in our workspace. We're really excited. We're juiced. And every 20 minutes, we are going to be manually updating how many quantities we have left. So when you go to the site, you're going to see throughout the day, it just keeps dropping down, dropping down. If by chance you go to order, and as soon as you place your order, let's say it says like we have 11 left, but when you place your order, somehow, because it's a manual process, we sell out, we will promptly issue you a refund. We don't even go to charge the credit card or anything like that. And you will automatically be entered on a waiting list, which will entitle you front row before we launch again to get it. All right, so there you guys have it. I hope I answered many of your questions, if not all of your questions. Hopefully not all of your questions, because you know what? Keep the questions coming if you do have any more questions. Just write it like last time. I would encourage to put it on the blog rather than the personal emails, because this way everyone gets to see that question. Chances are, if you write a question, probably about 100 other people had that in mind and would love to know the answer. They just didn't take the time to write it out. So big ups to you guys. And the question of the day is, I know for myself, I played dodgeball, but I want to know, what did you do? How did you enjoy your weekend? All right, so guys, I will see you on Tuesday with some very exciting news. You definitely will want to check it out. You do not want to miss it, because we're going to introduce one more final bonus for the launch, just to get you guys completely crazy gaga over it. Not Lady Gaga over it, but crazy gaga over it. And we'll see you on Tuesday when we reveal that. Take care.